Hello students, I am Shalini Saxena and today we will start fourth part of water. In the last lecture we have learned about source of water, common impurities of water, types of hardness, units of hardness, determination of hardness by EDTA method and municipal water supply. Now we will discuss about purification of water for domestic and municipal purpose. So process for treatment of drinking water. Screening, sedimentation, coagulation, filtration and disinfection are the usual steps involved in the treatment of drinking water. First, screening. In screening, firstly the raw water is passed through screens, have large number of holes when floating matters like leaves, wood, etc. Second, sedimentation. Sedimentation is a method of removing suspended impurities by following water, where most of the suspended particles settle down at the bottom due to force of gravity. In this process, about 75% of water impurities are removed. Third, sedimentation with coagulation. In this process, such impurities are removed by addition of requisite amount of chemicals known as coagulant. The coagulant produces ions to neutralize the positive charge colloidal impurities. These impurities come nearer to one another and combine to form denser particles which settle down due to force of gravity. Here is some coagulants work at various pH range. First, alum. Alum work at 6.5 to 8.5 pH. Second, sodium aluminate work at 5.5 to 8 pH. Ferrous sulfate work at above 8.5 pH. Here is some reactions which show potassium alum react with calcium bicarbonate, form PPT of aluminium hydroxide which removed by filtration. Sodium aluminate react with water impurities and form PPT of aluminium hydroxide which remove by filtration. Magnesium sulfate and ferrous sulfate react with water impurities and form magnesium hydroxide and iron hydroxide which removed by filtration. Fourth point, filtration. Filtration is the process of removing colloidal matter, most of the bacteria, microorganisms, etc. Filtration is carried out by gravity sand filters or slow sand filters. B. Pressure filters. Point fifth, disinfection. Water contain a small percent of disease producing bacteria which must be removed or destroyed by disinfection procedure. General procedure of disinfection is boiling and some other methods are here. A. Disinfection by chlorine or bleaching powder. 1 kg bleaching powder added to 1000 liter of water, where bleaching powder react with water and form calcium hydroxide and chlorine. Chlorine again react with water and form hypochlorous acid. Here chlorine and hypochlorous acid both are act as a germicide and kill bacteria. B. Disinfection by chloramine. Chloramine is much more lasting than chlorine. It is weaker disinfectant compared to free chlorine. Chloramine is obtained by mixing chlorine and ammonia in 2:1. Chloramine react with water and form hypochlorous acid. Here hypochlorous acid act as a germicide. C. Disinfection by UV rays. UV rays emitted from electric mercury vapor lamp are capable of disinfection of water. D. Disinfection by ozone. So ozone is an excellent disinfectant which is produced by passing electric charge through dry and cold oxygen. Ozone is very unstable and break down into oxygen and nascent oxygen. So nascent oxygen act as a germicide and kill bacteria. E. By potassium permanganate. If water is less contaminated with microorganisms, KMnO4 is very useful disinfectant. F. Aeration. Aeration is a process in which water is brought in intimate contact with air so as to absorb oxygen and to remove CO2. As CO2 rises the pH of water, it also helps in killing bacteria. G. Treatment with activated carbon. H. Treatment with copper sulfate. I. Removal of iron and manganese. Reverse osmosis. When two solutions having different concentration are separated by a semi-permeable membrane, flow of solvent molecules from the region of low concentrated to high concentrated area until the concentration become equal on the both side. Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from pure water to solution side. The driving force in this phenomena is called osmotic pressure. The process of reversing the flow of solvent molecules by applying hydrostatic pressure in excess of osmotic pressure on solution side is known as reverse osmosis. Now we will start breakpoint chlorination. It means the chlorination of water to such an extent that living organisms as well as other organic impurities in water and destroy. It involves addition of sufficient amount chlorine to oxidize organic matter and some reducing substance and free ammonia in raw water, leaving behind mainly free chlorine which possesses disinfecting action against pathogenic bacteria. It is also known as free residual chlorine. A typical relationship between the amount of chlorine added to water and the experimentally determined free residual chlorine is obtained from a residual chlorine versus applied chlorine dosage curve. Here is a curve which is show the relationship between residual chlorine and dose of chlorine. So a typical relationship between amount of chlorine added and free residual chlorine is in first stage lower dose of chlorine, there is no free residual chlorine. All the added chlorine get consumed in complete oxidation of reducing substance present in water. In second stage, chlorine dose is increased. Amount of chlorine or residual chlorine show steady increase. This stage corresponds to the formation of chloroorganic compound without oxidizing them. In third stage, higher dose of chlorine applied. The amount of free residual chlorine also decrease. When the oxidative destruction is complete, it reaches a minima. This minimum point known as break point. And in fourth stage, dose of chlorine increase. The residual chlorine keep on increasing in direct proportion to added chlorine. This process is known as breakpoint chlorination. Advantage of breakpoint chlorination: first, prevent growth of wets. Second, complete destruction of organic compounds. Third, complete destruction of the all disease causing microorganism. By breakpoint chlorination, amount of chlorine increases in water. So for reduce amount of chlorine in water, dechlorination process use. Here sulfur dioxide react with chlorine which is present in water and form H2SO4 and HCl, and sodium sulfite react with chlorine which is present in water, form Na2SO4 and HCl.